Can I ask a deep question, or do you have?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I was having a conversation with somebody last week. We talked about it on Jonathan's podcast. Basically, me and Adam love old men telling us things because it's like he's been through the war. He knows.
Love that.
He can guide us in the right direction.
Yeah.
And he was talking to us about, well, it was just me. About love. Adam wasn't there. Whenever I talk about it, it's always us.
Yeah. I love that though.
But and he was talking about love, and like he was asking me what is love and like these kind of big questions that nobody really knows. And he's like, I think I have an answer for you. I was like, I'd love to hear it, please. And he said, love is the ability and the willingness to facilitate the growth of another person. Which was like kind of the opposite of a lot of the kind of love you see out
The
there
cliche
nowadays.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of love, the way it kind of comes across these days is like almost holding each other back. It's like, I see you in this box, and when you're in this box, I love you. And as soon as you start trying to spring out of that box, I don't like that person, I don't know that person, I don't want to see that person.
Yeah.
And it's like just trying to cling on to, it's almost like a scarcity kind of mindset. It's like you have to stay as this person. Anything that's not that, I don't love anymore. So that was my long way of asking you, how would you define love?
This is mad that you said this. I only shared a quote yesterday, so I never know how to pronounce his name, but do you know there's a book called Clarity and Connection? I actually have them 2 words tattooed on me because I really feel that's so deep. It's a really beautiful book. So it's not like a storyline, it's different snippets of poetry and spoken word throughout. And I don't really share my relationship online. I just think
You have to keep your options open.
Yeah.
I'm only listening.
I just have to let people know every few months that.
Just remind them.
Oh my God, I'm just thinking how Mark's going to react. That's funny. But I don't always share us online because it is like, I love intimacy in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I shared this yesterday. So this would be my answer, even though it's not my words.
Okay.
Find a partner you do not have to perform for. When you are both committed to honesty and have active compassion for each other, there is no need to behave in ways that aren't genuine. True love is welcoming each other's change and emotions with open arms. Though you are both dedicated to becoming best versions of yourselves, you also understand that not every day will be a good day and not every step will be a step forward. Being in a relationship with a high degree of authenticity and gentleness allows both partners to let down their guards and feel at home. So I think each version that presents themselves of your partner, taking your time to get to know them, is definitely an answer to love. Because love is not just cuddles and dates. I don't even like a date in a restaurant. I love like a hike up a mountain or a deep conversation all the time. But like, even for example, my partner moved from construction into, he's now doing personal training. And like, that's a big transition. Yeah. And as you know, like masculine energy as men, yous aren't very open all the time as women would be. And I'm not saying everybody's like that. But I had to take the time to facilitate his change and give him the space that he needed too. But I need that.
Yeah.
And to not take things personal when someone is growing. But yeah, that's a beautiful way that you said about love that guy says to you, because you just have to encourage each other's growth. And you don't merge together as one person. You encourage each other on their own journey, but come together as a collective to celebrate love, I think is a really nice thing. So
Nice.
100%. What do you think? Adam's been in a relationship for
8 years.
8 years now.
7, 8 years, yeah. It's been a
Oh,
while.
that's a PhD in love.
Yeah, true. Actually, I never thought of it like that. I'm a doctor of love, is it?
yeah, I'd say so, but I'm sure you've been through a lot in the 8 years. Like,
yeah, especially growing, like, we're 24 now, so like 16 to 24 is quite a weird time, to be growing up. But what Lee said, what you said, I've been having these conversations with myself for years now, trying to understand love, because it was always something I found really strange as a concept, because like we say, like, Meg, I love you, right? You could say it to a person, you could say, I love Man United, I love this player, I love me cars. Like, we use that one word to describe a relationship with so many different things, you know, that way. So it's always a word that kind of got me interested. And I think the one thing that's true with every version of love that you might use is it's a responsibility in all those dimensions. It's not just, I get lots of good stuff from loving this person or loving this thing, because you get some good stuff. Like, Shauna's my girlfriend, and lots of good stuff about Shauna. I love her, but like, there's lots of
but
Shauna turn off nowadays. But on the flip side, there's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with or sacrifice as a consequence of giving that love, you know. And even if I use the Man United example, like I get lots of good stuff from loving Man United, but I get a lot of shit as well. Not anymore, actually.
Jeez.
A few years ago I did, but it's been beer. So yeah, it's like so many people I think view love as just a one-way transaction. It's like, oh, what do I get from being in this relationship, without looking at the other lens and saying like, what am I willing to sacrifice, or, you know, how am I willing to go on my way to, again, facilitate that other person's growth and to get to know myself so I can be the best version of that for that person too. You know, it's like, it's a two-way street. It's not as simple as it's made out in the fairy tales or
no,
all the
it's
books.
definitely not. And you only know that from your own experience. Like, people, you know, when you're going through your own stuff in life and then you might feel disconnected from your partner.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we're taught enough about that, because when you're feeling disconnected, and that can trickle into different parts of your relationship, or you're like, oh, I don't really want to see them today. It's not because, this is what some people don't get, and then they get angry at the partner. It's not because I don't want to see my partner today. It's just because I'm lacking quality time with myself, and I need it in order to feed our relationship. If you were to see each other every day and constantly give and give, you're not actually filling up your own cup, and then you end up resenting each other.
Yep.
I've seen that in many relationships in my life, especially like an older generation, because they don't have conversations like we have today.
It's a great point. Great point. It's like so many relationships is like we need to be with each other 24/7, or if we're not with each other, we're texting each other or Snapchatting or Instagram. It's like, you need space. You need to be your own people individually first.
Yeah.
And then when you come together, that's what creates a strong relationship, as opposed to just two of you almost forcing each other to be joined at the hip, and that's pulling you away from all the other things you might want to do in life.
Yeah. And I think it's nice to constantly like treat each other like you first met, you know, doing the little things for each other, because it's so often you can get comfortable in a relationship where you stop going to the gym, and then you're just eating shite all the time, and then you're feeling crap together, and then you're looking for love from external sources, which affects your relationship. That's something that I never want to happen. Hence why I always do my own thing. He does his own thing. And then when we come together, it's like, wait, I tell you what I done during the week. That's so nice.
Mm-hmm.